Right, so on today's session we're recording heart rates. It's one of the things we do to measure our horse's progress, performance, and make sure they're nice and healthy. So we use this little thing here. It's a polar heart rate monitor. It's just Bluetooth straight to the phone, and it records all sorts of data while we're riding. So just come in on that, Lou. So you can see this is a ride we did the other day, Marengo. You can see his heart rate at different times, and we've also got a map of where we went. So we'll be using that. Say hi, Louisa. Hi. So we're out doing a training ride in preparation for this year's long ride. And training rides for us are a lot more than just riding through the forest. We're very fortunate. We live in the Bavarian forest, and as you can see, it's pretty spectacular. So we're riding up to a mountaintop restaurant, and what we're looking at today is basically we're doing heart rates and recovery rates for the boys. So we've just done a pretty long trot, and we like to get the boys' heart rates up to around 130 to 160, just so they're really starting to build their aerobic fitness. We don't go too fast. We're trying not to canter at the moment. And what we're looking for is when we get up the top, we've got the heart rate monitor on banditti, and we want to see his heart rate back under 60, so in the 50s, in the 50 range within 5 minutes of stopping. Now, it's not like an endurance race where we've got half an hour to cool the horse down or anything like that. What we want to do is we want to have these horses fit to go tomorrow, fit to go for the rest of the day, and fit to go for the rest of the week, month, and so on and so forth. So for us, that means we need to understand what the baseline heart rates for the horses are, and we need to know when they change, as in going down. Obviously that's good, the horse is building fitness on the road, and that's great if the horse is building muscle and so on and so forth. But if we get the weight of the horse going down and the heart rate of the horse going up, we're in trouble. And there's a deer standing literally on the side of the road there, but I don't know if we can see it on the camera. Yeah, right there on the track. Anyway, I'll resume this video when we get to the mountaintop restaurant. Beautiful day for a ride. Steady boy, steady boy, steady boy, steady boy, steady boy. Steady boy, good boy. So just yell out your heart rate when you got it. Should be about 80. What is it? 94. 94, yep, not surprised. We just come up a... Okay, dropping already. Here we are, lunch. Beautiful spot for it. Let's find some grass. 68, 67, 66. You're just watching this heart rate fall right in front of your eyes. Now, it takes us less than a minute to get those saddles off. 37 seconds worth of video, so 1 minute 30. He's just getting annoyed because he's not getting the grass he wants. There we go. 2 minutes. 2 minutes after we stopped, his heart rate's where it needs to be. As you can see, he is being monitored the entire time, and that's what we want. So we've done nothing in the way of cooling. You can see he's a bit sweaty. Just put that a bit better on him. He's a bit sweaty. Rough his fur up a bit and just let him cool in the breeze. And we're going to go and have a beer and a schnitzel. So we've smashed a schnitzel and a beer, and we're headed to our next guest house on the other side of the mountain. And you can see the boys slipping quite a bit in this stuff. This is where the Octos, which is the hoof solution we've chosen for this year, they really are not good. Wet grass on roots and slippery rocks and stuff is just crap. A lot of the time we have to actually dismount, but we've chosen them because they're basically like an army boot. What we're doing requires army boots, not sneakers, and there's much better solutions, but none of them last, and these give us the option of gluing them back on the road if they come off, and so on and so forth. So little sections like this, we're riding this rather than dismounting. On the road we'd most likely dismount this, because we really are giving the boys as many chances as they can to feel out their footwear, learn to work with it in their own brains, and learn to work with us in these slightly more challenging sections. But we're not doing anything unethical or dangerous, and that's the main thing. So there's a hut that may or may not be a pub somewhere through here, and what we like to do is obviously mix up our training as much as we can, and so we found some really old overgrown trails, and we're just basically going bush bashing. You never know what you're going to face on the road, but the biggest thing that Louisa and I fear is what we call leg breakers. So anywhere where you've got lots of rocks and there's moss growing and things like that, and the horse basically has a chance to put its leg down between two rocks and continue moving. And for us, it's our biggest fear, because we don't want to harm our horses, and the thought of a broken leg on the road is more than we can bear. So we prepare the boys as much as we can, and we do that by putting them in situations where they need to do a bit of thinking, and we need to do a bit of thinking. And so it's that whole thing of like, we throw the saddles off the side when we untack, and we open beers in their face and things like that. We want to make anything that could be a challenge for the horse routine, so when the time comes and we're in a dodgy situation, for the boys it's nothing they panic at, it's nothing that they are even worried about, and they just roll straight on through with a little horse smile on their face. Righto, so now that we're back, we're looking for hot spots on the boys' backs. We're doing this on both sides. A few false readings, but he's pretty much even. Sorry, I should film a little better. And now, the horses are wet. We've just washed them, but it doesn't matter. We're looking for areas that dry faster, or hot areas. Okay. Yeah, okay, so when you take out the dodgy readings, you see he's all within a degree. Both boys are within a degree the whole way across their backs. So it's a good way to check saddle fit, and that's the end of that. Righto, so home and hosed, and we track all of our rides. So you can see here 9.7 Ks at an average of 6 Ks at the walk, 7 Ks at the trot, averaging 14.2 Ks. This, with the heart rate data and things like that, this is what we use to establish our baseline with the boys, and when we know what their normal standard is, we can assess whether they're going forwards or backwards on the road, and obviously we cannot have them go backwards. If they're going backwards, we have to stop, we have to rest them, and we have to put them in a position where they're able to continue improving. If you don't do that long riding, it just doesn't work. End of story. Anyway, going for a beer.